Let's move on to the other NL game, gentlemen, and those Doyers taking on the Padres again in a pitching matchup that I think we're all pretty excited for. Yu Darvish on the mound for those Padres after completely dominating my Mets. And now we've got Clayton Kershaw, who seems to be a revitalized pitcher in the playoffs, at least after last season, sort of shedding some of that stigma that he had following him around for the first part of for most of his career at this point, a pretty long and tenuous career. So in this one, we've got a couple of different angles to look at. Minus 190 for Kershaw, plus 160 for you and the Pods on that money line. A total of 7 runs with 2 guys who are very familiar with their opposition and both actually pitch very well against their division foe. So I'm wondering, Mo, if you want to kick us off here, what are you looking at with a minus 190 money line for the Doyers in game 2 here?
Yeah, another one that I think is like pretty close to fair. I'm a little bit interested in the Padres, but I would need to get like up to probably plus 170 here. So we'll see if Big Dodgers money hits like it did in game 1. That one moved like 25 cents, I think. As far as this one goes, a lot of the same problems I talked about before game 1. Once again, facing a good lefty. Kershaw still a borderline elite pitcher, projected around a 3.2 ERA. He's definitely better than Yu Darvish. That being said, Darvish looked amazing in that Mets game. I mean, I have to say, like, I was watching that game and his slider was absolutely unbelievable. And if he comes out looking like that early on, maybe this is another live betting spot where you just fire on the Pods in the under because, man, yeah, if he brings that sort of stuff, they're going to have a shot here. It's interesting because Kershaw is so slider heavy, 43% sliders, but the Padres do hit sliders pretty well. So it's like going to be, how does that interact with their kind of weakness against lefties? They were 6th this year against sliders. It's kind of similar to the Braves game too, in a spot here where I think the Dodgers, they rode their bullpen pretty hard. Evan Phillips, 26 pitches, Alex Vesia, 19. But they're pretty deep, just like not with that great of pitchers. Padres got some of their lesser bullpen arms to throw pretty big workloads as well. So I guess nothing for me right now, but if Darvish is looking good, I'll be maybe interested in the Padres live, or if a bunch of Dodgers team hits the market, I might fire Padres again.
Yeah, I'm not going to expect a lot of offense, but off these starters here, I think, Kershaw well rested at this point, which might have something to do with his postseason struggles in the past. I think he'll be just fine. Good numbers against the Pods, who are obviously much more dangerous against righties. And even some of their righties, you look at their career splits against Kershaw. I mean, like Will Myers, 8 for 49 with 16 Ks. Brandon Drury, not very good either. Those are the guys you would expect to have the platoon advantage. So I like an under in the first half here, under 3.5 at even money. I don't mind taking the Pods. It's about the same for the money line first half versus to win this game, because I think Darvish will continue to show that great stuff he has throughout September, where he's just been elite in high leverage, 96% strand rate in that month, and we saw against the Mets how that slider's biting. His prop is 5.5 strikeouts with plus money on the over there. I think for him to have success, he's going to have to strike out quite a few guys. So I would take the over on that if you're getting plus odds. And like I said, I don't think there's going to be a ton of runs scored here. I also would look at the Dodgers under 4 runs for the game, as long as you have some confidence in that Padres bullpen to follow Darvish.
Either way, it should be a very good pitching matchup in this game too. Doyers and Padres. We'll see what happens in this NL action, as that is all the time we have for you guys in this one. Make sure you like and subscribe to that page. Continue to follow along with us this MLB postseason. And until we see you next, happy betting. Stop that, right?